Welcome back, everyone. Many people out there use their credit cards responsibly and then pay off their balances every month, which is what we all aim for.
Oh, yes, but not everyone does, and sometimes you don't recognize when you're starting to get into trouble. So the Debt Guru here to help us talk about the warning signs that you are in trouble. So I'm guessing if you make minimum wage and you have 12 pairs of Jimmy Choos, that might be a warning sign.
That probably
you're in trouble.
is.
Okay.
Probably a big warning sign. And another one my wife brought to me this morning was if you spend 7 days a week at the mall, that's probably another warning sign that you've got a debt problem.
Yes.
And what we want to talk about is identifying whether or not you've got issues, because a lot of us like to put debt off to the side. And the problem with that is if we don't change what we're doing on the front end, the back end is always going to stay the same. And so we want to identify if we're having some issues so that we can make some changes on that front end. So one item that you want to look at is if you are consumed by your debt emotionally, if you're losing sleep at night, if you're afraid to go out to the post office or to your mailbox because there's a mountain of bills out there, probably an indicator that you've got a debt problem.
What about the minimum payment thing? A lot of people say, well, I'm just making, the payments every month, so that's okay.
Yeah, in fact, that's a real good indicator that you've got a debt problem, because if you're only making the minimum monthly payment, the problem is most of us are still adding to that debt. We're charging on those cards, so we're increasing the debt, and the minimum payment is only covering the interest and a little bit of principal. So the bottom line is we either have a problem or we're creating a big one down the road by doing that.
And you suggest to fix it, to get creative. So what do you mean by getting creative?
Well, get creative. What you need to do first of all is sit down and go through the numbers. Find out what your income is. Find out what your expenses are going out. And add them up, do the math, okay? If you're breaking even or in the red, then you need to get creative. Look at those expenses and identify things you can do away with. Where can you cut expenses to free up income to pay down that debt quicker is really what you need to look at.
And that's the hard thing to do sometimes.
It is. It takes huge willpower to be able to make those cuts and to make those lifestyle changes. But if you don't do them now, it's just going to get uglier down the road. So
you said that there are some places where you can go for free counseling, where they can kind of do this for you, walk you through it, right?
Yeah, in fact, if you want some help, go on to debtguru.com, contact one of our credit counselors. They'll walk you through a full budget analysis. It's a free service, and they'll help you to identify where the expenses are, where you can save income, and how to get out of debt in about a third the time. So
that's great.
Yeah. So also on our website, we've got a blog on debtguru.com with tons of self-help articles if you want to do it by yourself.
Okay. All right. Thank you very
Sometimes
much.
we need a grown-up to sit us down and tell us.
Yes, we do. Or you can just grab the scissors and.
Yeah, plastic surgery.
Plastic surgery. I like it. All right. Mike, thanks a lot.
You bet.